Imagine a world where every bite you take, every sip you drink, and even the fuel in your car is connected to one single crop. Sounds like a stretch? Well, it's not. That crop is corn. From the fries you munch on, the soda you gulp down, to the very meat on your plate, corn has silently embedded itself into our daily lives. It's in our ketchup, our yogurt, our ice cream, and even our water bottles. But it doesn't stop there. It's in our candles, our makeup, our batteries, and the ethanol that powers our vehicles. This isn't just about food. It's about our modern society's very foundation. What if there was a corn shortage? What if we couldn't grow it anymore? This tiny kernel, so often overlooked, holds the power to reshape our world. But here's the thing, it's not just about the omnipresence of corn. It's about the influence it wields, the industries it supports, and the economies it drives. Think about the vast farmlands stretching across continents, dedicated solely to this grain. Consider the countless jobs, from farmers to distributors, that hinge on its production. Ponder the innovations, the technologies, and the research centered around maximizing its yield and versatility. As you do, you'll realize that corn isn't just a part of our diet. It's woven into the very fabric of our civilization, silently steering the course of our collective destiny. You're now tuned into Informative Insights, the space where we demystify the complex dance of money, influence, and global dynamics. Embark on this quest with us to understand the chronicles that sculpt our society. Always bear in mind, with insights comes enlightenment. Corn, a humble grain, has a rich tapestry of history that spans over 4,000 years. From its ancient origins in the heartlands of Mexico, where indigenous civilizations first cultivated it, humans have meticulously selected and bred it, molding it to fit our ever-evolving needs. As societies grew and civilizations expanded, so did the reach of corn. It traveled across continents, from the hands of Native Americans to the fields of Europe and Asia, adapting and thriving in diverse climates and terrains. Fast forward to 1900s, corn's prominence skyrocketed. The US, leading the charge, became the world's top consumer, producer, and exporter of this golden grain. The vast plains of the Midwest transformed into a sea of gold, with cornfields stretching as far as the eye could see. It wasn't just a crop, it became an emblem of American prosperity and agricultural prowess. But with great power came great challenges. The nation soon grappled with a dilemma: an oversupply of corn, silos brimmed to capacity, and the market prices plummeted. Farmers, once rejoicing in the boom, now faced the grim reality of surplus. The question in everyone's mind was clear: what to do with all this excess? The answer would shape industries, influence policies, and impact our diets in ways no one could have foreseen. Enter high fructose corn syrup, or HFCS, one of the corn industry's ingenious solutions to the mounting oversupply. Crafted in laboratories and hailed as a cheaper alternative to traditional sugars, this sweetener quickly permeated our food supply. From sodas to cereals, bread to desserts, HFCS became the silent ingredient, sweetening our palates. But here's the twist: while it added that delightful sweetness to our foods, it also unveiled a bitter truth about its health impacts. Hidden behind the allure of its sugary taste were potential risks like obesity, diabetes, and heart issues. As we blissfully savored our HFCS-laden treats, little did we know the toll our bodies might be paying. But why, you ask, did companies not steer clear of HFCS despite its evident drawbacks? The answer isn't as straightforward as one might think, and it delves deep into the murky waters of corporate strategy and economic manipulation. The corn moguls, with their vast resources and influence, weren't just competing on a product level. They were playing a high-stakes game of chess on the global stage. Eyeing the lucrative sugar market, they recognized an opportunity to edge out their competition. With foreign sugar being a cheaper and more natural alternative, it posed a significant threat to the corn industry's ambitions. But instead of innovating or adapting, these moguls chose a different path. They leveraged their political connections, lobbying power, and deep pockets to sway the government's decisions. By painting a narrative of national interest and economic stability, they managed to restrict the import of foreign sugar. The result? Domestic sugar prices soared, creating a vacuum in the market. Enter HFCS, presented as the savior to this artificially created crisis. It was cheaper, abundant, and domestically produced. For manufacturers, it was a no-brainer. They could maintain their profit margins without passing on the cost to consumers. But in this grand scheme of things, the real cost was hidden. HFCS became an attractive, yet unnecessary, alternative, and the public was none the wiser about the puppetry that led to its dominance. Now, here's where things get even murkier. Corn, once a symbol of agricultural simplicity, had transformed into a behemoth of economic might. Its influence was so vast, its reach so widespread, that it became too big to fail. But how did we get here? How did this golden grain become the linchpin of American agriculture? The US government, always with an eye on economic stability and growth, recognized the strategic importance of corn. It wasn't just about feeding the masses, it was about fueling an industry, supporting jobs, and ensuring that the wheels of the economy kept turning. To safeguard this, they began heavily subsidizing it, pouring funds into the sector to ensure its dominance. Between 1995 to 2010, this financial backing amounted to a staggering $90 billion, a clear testament to corn's unparalleled position in the nation's agricultural playbook. But here's the kicker. Most of the corn produced wasn't even destined for our dinner plates. Instead, it was funneled into a myriad of other industries, from ethanol production to livestock feed, from processed foods to industrial applications. This diversification, while economically astute, had its dark side. The environmental toll was staggering. Vast stretches of land dedicated solely to corn disrupted local ecosystems. The crop's thirst for water strained already limited resources. The pesticides, essential to protect these expansive fields from pests, seeped into the ground, contaminating water supplies. And the air? Laden with pollutants from fertilizers and machinery, it became a health hazard. A Harvard study crystallized these fears, linking the environmental fallout of corn cultivation to 4,300 deaths annually and a chilling $39 billion toll on public health. In this intricate dance of economics, environment, and policy, corn stands at the center stage, a testament to both human ambition and the unintended consequences that often accompany it. So, the next time you bite into that corn on the cob or sip that soda, remember the intricate web of power, money, and global events that brought it to you. It's not just a crop, it's a symbol of our interconnected world. If you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's uncover more truths and stay informed.